Now we finish off this little series, this garage. So what I want to do is go up into my massing and site up here, and we're going to top up with soil, create from a sketch. So I'm going to use the little rectangle tool here, and I'm just going to create a little sketch like so. Okay, and I'll finish that. And that is my topo soil there. Now, I want to do a couple of things here. I've selected it. I want it at minus 150. Okay, I want the default thickness to be 1200. I'm going to edit type here. So there's the 1200 there. And the grass, site grass, this brings you into the material browser. And I've just chosen kind of a light green. I can hop in there. So that's the solid fill. And I can make this even a bit lighter if I wanted something like that there. Okay. Okay. Now, so there's my topo surface there on that. Right. So what we're going to do is camera views here. And I always like to do my camera views in my site plan as such. So I'm going to go over to view here. Drop down box under 3D view. You'll find your camera. And I'll do a straight on view this time. So you position your camera and pull the field of depth through, and then left click, and you get something like that there. Now I can actually go into the view and I can just do a little bit of manipulation there as well if I don't kind of like that. Now, size crop, yep, definitely 150 by 113. If I wanted to lock the proportions, I could do 150 by 100. That's fine. 150 width is what I'm going to use here. Okay. We went into the graphic display options, which are over in the properties there. And I'm going to turn on cast shadows. I tend to leave ambient shadows off. Okay. So that's that one. I'm going to go into my lighting, and I'm going to go into the in session. I'm going to pick a still. I will pick 1 o'clock, and I can go back to July 20. It's June 21st, isn't it? That's when the equinox is, so that's quite a good time. 1 o'clock. Apply. My particular building says in Swords. Tom showed you how to do that. You can just click into those three dots and type in the address of where your building is going to be, and we'll go OK, and we'll apply. All right. Now you can see that the shadows are kind of harsh here, and so I use this kind of 70, 50, 30 in my lighting, and I apply those. And you can see now you're getting kind of softer shadows, which look a little bit better. Yeah, we'll put in a background, and we'll put in a sky background there as well, and apply that, and you get something like that there. All right. Now, so that's a nice crisp looking 3D view there. If you come down to your graphic display options, you can go into realistic here, which kind of does an initial render. And we'll be talking to you about that. You can look at that. It doesn't look great, to be honest with you. You can do textures. You can do shaded, which is that one. But look, just for these are just thumbnails as to see how the actual building looks. Okay, I'm going to do one more. That's currently saved. So I'm going to go back to my site plan, and I'm going to do one more camera view here. And this time we'll come at it from this direction here. Now, you can see that I can open up the box there. Okay, something like that. Over in the properties of the camera, before I go away, you can see I've got eye elevation and target. So the target, I'll make it down to say 1200. So that's kind of looking down. And the eye elevation, so that's where I'm standing. I'm going to make this at 4 meters. Now watch what happens. So I'm now looking kind of down into the building there. So you can do little bits of adjustments there as well. Now back to my size crop. I want to scale the proportions here 150. It'll automatically change that one there. So I'm getting the right height. And then we go back into our graphic display options again here. So we'll turn on the shadows. Okay. We'll do our lighting at 70, 50, 30. Okay, apply that. We can do our in session again as we did before, still. And we'll do this at what? We'll do this at 00, and we make this one say 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's see how that looks. Okay, now I can now bring the sun around the corner by just changing the time. See that? So I want to get a nice, so I'm going to bring it right around the corner here. Apply, you can see it coming around the corner. Something like that there. So you can see the sun is coming in that way. So I'll go all the way back to maybe 10, see what that is. And I get that kind of a shadow there. Look, I'll just leave it at that for the moment. We'll go okay. And oh yeah, should have put in a background here of, open that one up and we'll just put a sky apply. Okay, now. And you can see that the background is a little bit darker because we're looking into the sun. That one. Right, so I've got 3D views there. I'm going to go to my sheet now, which is down here. Okay. Right, so there's my ground floor plan. I've got my elevations all set up on top here. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to drop in the first floor, which is the kind of the roof plan, if you like. Now look at that. I've got. You can see through the roof here and into the building underneath. I don't want that, so I'm going to right click and go activate view, and that is actually called an underlay. So if you come over to the properties here, you see that underlay there. What we're going to do is we're going to click into that and say none, and that'll make that one disappear. Sometimes you can add shadows to that one as well. Sometimes it can look well. We leave it at that. Right click, and I'll go deactivate view there. Okay, so that's that one. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to move this one for a little bit here. Yeah, I'm going to bring in my foundation plan. Just going to sit like so. Okay. I'll just bring that one back to here. Bring that one back to there. Okay, and I'm going to right click this one and activate this view. So I'm going to turn on the crop box because I just want to pull this in a lot tighter. Okay, something like that. And then I will turn off the crop box and deactivate the view. Right, I'm going to do the same here. Activate the view. Turn on the crop box. Okay. Just pull these in a lot tighter. And I tell you what, because I want to fit in room for a section as well. So we will turn off the crop box like so, deactivate the view. Now, so I can move these. I'm going to move this up a little bit here. That one up there. Something like so. Okay. Right, now here's my 3D views, which I'll bring over. Maybe I'll stick that one in there. Right, so I got my section. And if you create a view like a section and you can't find it, it generally is it under the question marks here. So if I pick both of those, I'm going to go down, look, I'm going to pick the view cat, I'm going to put it into the whip, and I'm going to put it in under 3D views. Okay, so that's move them out of the question marks into the 3D views there. Here's my building section, and I've got a wall section here, so let's bring that one up. Okay, delete that one. There's nothing in that. Yeah, there's my section there now. Okay, so I'll bring that one over there. And again, I can move that up here, like so. So let's activate the view, and we just bring everything in a little bit tighter, I think, like so, and I will turn off. Well, before I do that, look, I'm going to go to architecture, and I'm going to go to tag room, and that allows us to tag rooms in section as well. So once you've created the room in the plan, you can tag them in section. I'm going to turn the leader off there. We don't need that. Okay, so that's telling us that I'm in the shower room there. Now let's turn off the crop box and we will deactivate that view. Okay, let's get this over here a little bit like so. And like so. And then we'll move that a little bit tighter. Now I can bring in a couple of my 3D views here. So there's that one, and bring this one in as well. Okay, so push that over there a little bit more. Now, so I've got my 3 thumbnails here, got my foundation plan there. You can see that that one is a little bigger. I'll delete that one actually. I'll just move my foundation up there a little bit. Bring that one in, something like so. Now, so there's a lot of information on that sheet, and that is kind of how we would perhaps prepare the sheet there. So everything you need to know is on the sheet. All the different views are there. They're onto the correct scale. We've got plenty of information on that. And so that sheet is set up. Now, one question you are going to ask me is this. If I go back to the ground floor plan and I change something here, will it update on the sheet? Yes, it will. Okay, so if I add more notes in here, I'm going to do more dimensions and things like that. Will it change and update in the view that's on the sheet? Yes, it will. Okay, so that kind of concludes. That's a 10 video series on creating that little garage. And I would strongly suggest that you go through these one by one and practice and practice and practice so that you're ready to go ahead with the SS project next week. Okay?